Welcome back or welcome in. I'm Sia Cypher. I am a psychic medium, starseed, light worker, creative, intuitive soul that is sent here in this now moment to deliver you a message through my tarot cards, okay, from the divine realm. Everything that you need from me will be down in the description box below. If you want to get a personal reading, head down. It's all down there, okay? It's all down there. All my links, everything you need. If this message is showing up for you, there's absolutely things in here that are meant for you. Your spirit wants you to see them. And just remember, this is a general message, so just take the bits that resonate, leave behind the rest. I'm trusting that the universe is connecting us in this now moment for a very good reason. So let's dive in to today's message, okay? I'm just going to get a couple of oracle cards actually today from Spirit. Oh, that one just grabbed my attention. Ooh. You know, before I started this message, I was really tuning into hearing like, you're changing, you're transforming, you're seeing it, you're awakening it to it. It feels like it's becoming very evident to you, the change, the shift. This can be physically, I'm getting, but spiritually, right? Because all the shift and all the work that you have been doing has been spiritual. And now it's showing up physically. Heaps of birds just landing out there as I'm saying this. Beautiful. Awaken. You're awakening to something, right? You're awakening to the present moment. You're awakening. Yeah, this feels like a whole new level of awakening. Like, it feels like you may have done some kind of cleanse or clear out or like purge of some kind recently. Maybe you felt really funky recently, and that was all for you because it's allowed you to clear out frequencies that were stored in your being from past traumatic experiences that were keeping that frequency active in your reality. And the clear out is awakening you. Oh my God, all these birds are just like lined up looking right at me. Well, it feels like that. So you're awakening. There's this new level of you not caring about being seen. I'm getting so much right now. Let's get one more of these cards. Spirit, what's another card here that for this message? Oh my freaking gosh. I don't know. I don't think I read these reverse. We've got introspection. It did come out reverse though. Introspection. But I'm going to read it upright because it's just oracle cards, right? So this is like, yeah, you're awakening internally. And look, money. Money. Look, if I was to read this reverse, this is like the time of introspection is done, is what I want to say. Or there's like an internal shift in worth, awakening to your worth internally. And now it's attracting in money. That could be one layer. I'm going to leave it reversed just to see if it like, if I understand it differently. Okay. So let's get some tarot around this message, Spirit. Let's build out this message for this angel. What is this awaken energy? Chariot. Wow, Chariot. Wow. An Eight of Swords in reverse. Awakening to how you've held yourself back. And whenever I see the Chariot, I really feel like this does talk about each present now moment. Okay. There was the present card as well, wasn't there? Yeah, there's like awakening to how you've been holding yourself back in every present now moment and releasing that. Releasing the paradigm that's associated with that. The way that we, because the 8 is always about a very dynamic empowered flow forward. Like we get into that flow, and the way that the mind does that is by releasing in the moment little thoughts, little voices, little past ideas that keep us playing small. That's how we keep moving forward. That's how we keep progressing. So it feels like you're really discerning here what's held you back, and it's like easier for you to see. It's easier for you to walk away from. It's easier for you to release these harsh mental paradigms that have kept you moving at a slow pace, because now there is this intuitive alignment. There is this intuition that you are following. There's a release of resistance around your intuition, like listening to it. It feels a lot easier to follow now, is what I'm getting from that. And because of that, you're breaking through whatever's held you back in the past. What's this introspection about? 7, another 7. 7 of Wands in reverse. Look, the 7 of Wands is really about discerning external factors. Look, 10 of Cups. I just cut to the 10 of Cups for some reason. Let me just look at it for a minute. With the 3 of Pentacles. Let me dive into this 7 first. This 7 of Wands in reverse, it really would talk about us having to discern through external energies that are clawing onto us, affecting us, attaching to us. It's like with the 7, we've already achieved a lot. By the time we get to the 7, we've already achieved a lot. We've achieved this higher standing point. And I just heard riding coattails. And like, this is what some people can do. This is what some of the negative energies can do through external forces to kind of claw at you, to bring you back down to their level. Okay? And sometimes it can happen very silently, very quietly. I'm just getting that energy from the introspection in reverse. It's like hidden, right? These energies were hidden. This feels like you've been forming stronger boundaries externally. Like your focus has been not so much internally. It's been external, because the external needs to align with your internal. Because there has been a shift. You've awoken within. You've awoken within. You've awoken to old paradigms. You've awoken to energies that need to be released. And so you've released them. And therefore, it's happening externally now, is what I'm getting, right? And it's creating a sense of fulfillment. It's creating a beautiful sense of fulfillment for you. It's more fulfilling than you could have expected. Should I get... Okay. Let's get another card here. Thank you, Spirit. 5 of Swords in reverse. Shit. Whoa. Releasing this a sense of conflict that's been weighing on your energy, right? This sense of conflicting energy is what it really feels like. This is cutting that out, or becoming aware, right? Becoming aware of external energies that have been clawing at you in the unseen, that have been causing conflict within you. This is internal conflict that happens from other people's energies. You've become aware of it and you've done something about it here. Okay, what's this money? What's this? Does that one want to be seen? The moon in reverse. The moon in reverse. The moon in reverse can talk about clarity coming, fears being faced, fears removed. The moon can also talk about something that is hidden, like unexpected. Prince of Swords, that's Page of Swords. Yeah, you've cut this out, because this is the second time I've cut to the Page of Swords here, which is like such a brave energy, because we come up to patterns as they erupt within us. You've been cutting out these fears in the unknown psyche. You've been cutting out fears. You've been cutting out these energies. Let's just see if anything else wants to come out. Whoa. Whoa, that's Judgment. Wow. You've been really following your higher self here. There's definitely been a removal, because the Judgment talks about awakening and traversing our states of being into a higher version of us by completely releasing everything from the past. It's like we awaken, we hear a higher calling, okay? And with it's like you're doing this in the because the Page of Swords also does it on a very like present moment. It's the version of us that oh my god, this could be communication coming in about money too, like a notification as well, right? And it's unseen, it's unexpected, and it's bringing clarity. But this Prince of Swords, right, is like the very brave energy of us that releasing worry. Sorry, there's so many messages coming through right now. It's the version of us that doesn't always see the point to things, but cuts things out regardless. Like feels it, senses it, understands it, and just does it, right? Because it's committed, right? This version of us is committed to adhering to the truth that it feels, even though it doesn't see the point. So it doesn't always get everything quite right, but it doesn't matter, because it's still aligned. It's in the upright, it's still doing very good aligned work, right? I'm just going to pause that because I just want to get into this message. But yeah, this Judgment, it's like you're releasing something big here. Releasing something big, and therefore it's being released from the physical dynamic, because this is Five of Pentacles in reverse. We're finally tuning into that inner wisdom, and it's going to remove an external block in the physical dynamic, which is obviously to do with money. Okay. What's this Awaken card about, Spirit? No, actually, I want to do what this money card is about. Thank you. Mind blocks. Oh my God. This money situation that has been blocked has been caused by your own mental blocks. Past mental blocks of over-giving to others, giving to people before yourself, not focusing on your receiving. Emotionally outpouring to other people, right? You're in a phase of like integration with this. It says post-integration. So you could still be feeling a sense of integration. And there's this energy of like, this money is coming in. But it's like you've just awoken to where your mind has blocked these sorts of things. What's this introspection? Yeah, look, coming to a big release. And that's what I was saying. It's releasing these external factors from you, right? These illusions. There's a lot happening in your mind, even though we don't have that many sword cards here. But the Eight of Swords does talk about releasing that mental paradigm, breaking through the limiting beliefs. Okay? So the mind senses, right now you're sensing a shift that's coming. And it's the shift, it's the release happening in the physical. So you could be getting messages of like a miracle about to come in, or money coming in. You could be getting these messages. Exploring a new paradigm, literally. Ace of Swords. What? There's a new paradigm. You're in the phase of exploring that mental expansion breakthrough because of the space that you've made by releasing these external factors that have been weighing on your energy. What's this? Awaken. And it's a pause for mental rest here. You know, it's funny because the sevens do talk about a pause, okay? They do talk about a pause because with every sense of expansion, with every piece of expansion that the chariot has victory with, okay? There's a victory over an old mental paradigm. There's victory here of limiting beliefs. There's victory here of where the mind was overworking. We're having trust. Yeah, this is the leaning into the internal trust with our intuition. But this is like, we also pause for expansion. That's why there's always like a 5 and a 2 in the sevens, which talks about the 5 is the number of change and conflict, and 2 is the number of our intuition, our high priestess. So we, through any obstacle, we lean into that intuitive aspect of us. We take rest, we tune in, and then we progress forward. And the progression that we have is incredibly expansive, and it looks like we move forward very quickly. Okay. What is this? One card here, Spirit, for the Judgment and the Page of Swords, please. Thank you so much. Look, this is stronger momentum. Yeah, because we've cut out and released the old. We're listening to the higher call. So now there is stronger momentum. Now the universe is responding. Now help arrives. Now prayers are about to be answered because you've been doing the work. You've been following what you feel. You've been following the higher guidance. You're believing in yourself. What's this moon in reverse, Spirit? Just, there's a big physical block around your money that's about to be released. Yeah, look, pause and reflection, adjusting, resting for expansion of a current focus around your money. It's another 7 as well. This is clarity around where you've been stubborn, perhaps. Clarity around a childhood wound. But the moon in reverse does talk about breaking through those fears. So I feel like there has been a huge expansion because we've broken through a fear of people pleasing, a fear of putting other people's energy or other people's needs above our own. We're breaking through this. We're evaluating the fear. We're evaluating the childhood wound, where it's come from. And now we sort of rest in that space of expansion. Should I get one for the Chariot? One card for the Chariot, Spirit. One card for the Chariot. Does this one want to be seen? Look, it's so funny because really it's this energy, right? So the Chariot and the 8 of Swords in reverse, and it's talking about you're still kind of like, I feel like you're still killing off this old paradigm. That's how it wants to come through. Like you're still expanding through it with the Chariot. You're still discerning through it. You're discerning through the resistance. This says mental anxiety. This is literally Ace of Wands in reverse. The mind is distracting us. The mind was distracting you here, right? And the Chariot can, in the reverse, can talk about being very pushy or very controlling. So I feel like that's what this mental paradigm was also about. And you're breaking through it. You're progressing through it through the intuitive, restful action that you're taking, through the trust that you have for your intuition. Yo, I freaking love this message. Okay, I'm going to get some of these before we close out this reading for today. Okay. Some last little messages that want to come through, Spirit. Look at this. Look at this. Stream of good luck is coming in for you. A stream of good luck with the money. Yep. Highly sensitive. You might be feeling highly sensitive at this time because it's part of the awakening. It's part of the awakening. You're easily able to sense what Spirit is wanting to deliver to you. So the action is very quick and easily followed through. Out of your control. Out of your control. What's coming in for you now is out of your control. That's what wants to come through. Because you've already done the work, right? This is releasing control in the mind space. Calm before the storm. Yo. And it fell over all these swords in, all these wands in reverse. So it feels like you've done a final thing here. I don't know. Like the calm before it just goes, woo. Take it if it resonates. Inner harmony. Inner harmony. You're feeling the calm within. Okay? Creating that inner harmony within. And then now it's going to like tip over into the physical. The calm. The ease. You are being guided. Trust your intuition. Literally with that Chariot, right? You're really trusting your intuition here. Even if it doesn't make sense. Answers are coming in for you. Just rest now. Yeah, leaning into rest. Answers are coming. You're looking at life through the eyes of the soul. And it's like, it's aligned to your intuition, right? See, this is you giving up the things that you need to. Cutting out the wands, the external attachments that you need to. Prioritizing you. You are the secret weapon, my love. Spirit has a very, very big plan for you. You are the secret weapon. You don't see this coming. You found your voice. You found your voice. Trusting Spirit right now is the strategy, right? You don't have to have a plan here. You're becoming unlimited. You're an otherworldly being. Conscious unlimitation is taking place in your life. This means that the concept of unlimitation, no limits, is being fed from your subconscious mind into your everyday. You've reworked the patterns. I did see the Strength card earlier, but I didn't feel that called to take it, but it presented itself. So you have rebalanced the subconscious mind here, remembering that you are an otherworldly being. And now the stream of luck brings you into a very grounded, stable life with the inner harmony taking place within. Therefore, it radiates externally without. And that is why the external factors that have been pulling and attached to your energy must go. You ripped it out from the roots. Boom, honey. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I'm going to leave the message there. What? Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. Let's put a little horse down in the comments if you stayed to the end of this video. Little horse for the chariot. So I can see you and send you so much love. If you'd like to get a personal reading, remember, check out my description box. It's all down there for you. Just follow the prompts. Thank you so much for your likes, for your comments, for your donations. It honestly means the world to me. It means the world to me. My heart fills up with so much love. I appreciate it so very much. Subscribe to become part of the tribe, and I will see you in a future message. Thank you so much. Mwah.